I see a lot of these new initiatives, like it could be new podcast, and even like your YouTube channel, which has been just a year old, and your newsletter. All of them somewhere started, if I am not wrong, somewhere in late 2020.
Yeah.
You started diversifying. What was going behind your mind? Why did you feel the need to diversify or try out these new experiments at that point?
They all happened for different reasons. I wanted to try out a newsletter because I think some channels help you build consistency as a practice. And for me, the fact that I was doing a weekly podcast meant I could do that week on week. So I said, can I just write something every week? So I just started a Substack newsletter. And then interestingly enough, I started in October. In Feb, I got an opportunity saying, do you want to write a book? So Penguin got in touch. It was easy for me to give a writing sample because I had written about 5 months worth of newsletters. So I'd sent them that as my writing sample. I got introduced to them by someone who had also got a book deal and said, okay, he just suggested people he knew who might want to write. And so then the newsletter became more important for me because it kept me consistent in my writing process. So while I was writing the book, I was also writing the newsletter. So that's how I kept myself on my toes. But the reason for writing the newsletter was nothing. I just wanted to figure out if I could actually write. Something I've always wanted to do. The YouTube channel was more an extension of, okay, YouTube seems to be a great spot to expand an podcast audience. A massive number of people across the world listen to podcasts on YouTube. And I was trying to put some things together. I did about 8 odd episodes, which was short. I've tried to do like individual YouTube. I believe you need to kind of throw paint at the wall and you'll finally figure out what stays and what falls off. So I did a lot of that. Like I literally done like fitness content in between for fun because I was just sharing my own fitness routine. I've done what I've tried to do a vlog. I've tried to do like all kinds of things, except for I think I have danced once, maybe or twice, but that was more because my daughter wanted to make it. The thing is, eventually I realized that I enjoy some parts. I don't enjoy some parts. So my idea was, okay, if I have to expand, I have to expand my channels of distribution. Because eventually every creator is a media network. You're building distribution.
Yeah.
Not all audiences are on all platforms.
Yeah.
So my first YouTube video went up and one of my first comments was someone saying that, oh, you're very good for your first podcast episode. And I'm like, I've already done like 100 audience. So I was like, but it's a fact. Like, So I commented, so okay, you should check out my other podcast. I've been doing it for a while. It's only in audio and I connected them to advertising instead. But it's just that you can't expect that everybody's everywhere, which is why eventually it's a mistake I made for a long time, which is that not all your content has to be everywhere. And now over the last, I would say 3 months or so, it's been a process to say, do I share everything on all platforms? Maybe not. Some stuff only goes on Instagram. Some stuff goes only on Twitter and LinkedIn. Some stuff only goes on, let's say, the podcast channel. And that's actually been an interesting learning as well, because the data has been very interesting to look at and understand and scale it. I think the eventual aim is to say, can this be a new age media business? I've always wanted to build a media business. And for me, being a creator allows me to say, okay, 1 second, I have podcast channels, which is distribution. I have YouTube, I have LinkedIn and Twitter. I could create anything on these or expand them out or find more platforms. But eventually I'm building a media business.